NEWS.MC on Monaco Info is brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties. Our exclusive interview with the personalities making the Principality.
Hello, I'm David Ozararat. I'm born in Nice. My mother is French from Algeria. She came in '62. And my father is an Armenian from Turkey, and he came later in the '70s. I did my first school in Nice, and I did the university in Nice as well, in the law school. And I was also involved in the associations, and I was the vice president of the University of Nice. When I was young, we were coming to Monaco, for example, for the circus, to visit the Museum of Oceanographic. But one of the best memory I have, I was coming here with my rollerblade, because there were a skate park near the heliport when we were early in the 90s, I would say. And I was coming very often to do rollerblade because it was really clean, very nice, and the atmosphere was safe. And I was coming with my friends and doing rollerblade in Monaco. I finished my law degree, and I didn't really wanted to become a lawyer, so I just left to Paris, and I do a business school. And then I stayed in Paris for a few years in the advisory. Then, because I wanted to open my own advisory firm, and I had some connection through my father in Armenia, and I knew the family Badalian. Family Badalian is the owner of SoftConstruct, the founders, two brothers, Vahe Badalian and Vigen Badalian. I met them in 2009, and they were already keen to enter the European markets, and we start having our first customers, and we start collaborating with a large group like Partouche, from which we are still very close. We did our first sports book with them in 2018, named partouchesport.fa, and then we launched VBET, our B2C, so we do B2B and B2C. The B2C in France, we have VBET, we have DAZN Bet, and we have CircusBet, under the license of ING, the National Authority of Gaming in France. And we do B2B, and the B2B is done from Monaco since 11 years now. We provide the platform, we provide the sports book, we provide the content. We have Pascal and Popok Gaming, two studios doing virtual games, RNG games, slot games, and we have our live casino. We have more than 200 tables in Armenia, where we have our dealers in live mode. The name is Creed Rooms. The gaming industry is very interesting because it's of course new. It has a bit more than 20 years, but the market is growing very fast, and now we're mature in many countries. The market is now mature. The gaming industry is made as follow. So you need a platform, you need to play on a game, and to play in a game, you need this game to be on the platform, because you cannot just go, you need to connect, you need to have a wallet, you need to have some payment system linked to this game to be able to play. And depends on the regulation. In France, for example, in France, we can play at sportsbook, horse racing, and poker online. This is the only thing that you can do. If you want to play at these three at the same time, you need a platform to combine those games, to reconcile all the transactions, all the information needed for this content to be able to be available for the customer. You need the security associated to this operation. You need all the tool, regulatory tool, and we've built a tool named Umbrella, where you can organize all the alert that you need to fight against fraud, AML, addiction. It's highly regulated. Most of the countries now are deciding either to ban or legalize the online gambling. For a long time, there were a lot of countries where it was a bit gray, so it was not really forbidden, it was not really allowed. Now, most of the countries have a very clear regulation, and regulation is one of the most important parts of the business. I have different commitment with the group. I'm doing the B2B from Monaco. Since 11 years, I'm selling the software anywhere in the world, anywhere that we have opportunities and customers. So we have, of course, operation in France. We have operation all over Europe, mainly in Africa and Latin America, because the market is growing very fast. Countries are regulating. Every day we have a new challenge in a new country in those areas. We are fully committed to AI right now, which is a big step for us and for the industry in general. We are providing the content as well, because our studio is doing also slot games, virtual games, live casino, sports book. So this is our product that we put inside our platform, and we provide everything to the customer. But if he wants only one part of it, he can take a part of it. We provide also all the softwares for the compliance part to fight against addiction, fraud, AML, and to be able to have a legal framework managed by our softwares and approved by the government where the operation is based. In 2019, we wanted to launch VBET in France. At the same time, we were doing some other launches for VBET. And AS Monaco was one of the opportunity brought on the table. And of course, as we have our history, and also because the club had a real ambition, and because we wanted also to associate our image to a brand that has the same value, so the image were compatible. And yeah, Monaco for us, even for the shareholder of the company, not only for me, is a place that gave them a lot of stars in the eyes, let's say, and we were very happy to do this. We have a great relationship with the AS Monaco team. They have a very good business team, and we have a box there, and it's always full of people because we can send some customer to the training center in La Turbie, which is amazing training center, one of the best I ever see. And yeah, we have very good experience and very good relationship with AS Monaco. We wanted to have another club that is really more identified as a French typical club, as you can see in Lens, as you can see in Saint-Étienne, as you can see in Nice, you know, with the very local and very active supporter, because we believe that it was a good mix to have in the French League One. And we were looking to another club, and also because the opportunity was there to work with another club. And at that time, Nice is owned by NEWS, and it's still owned by NEWS. And they were not looking for sponsors. And so we were discussing with two other clubs. And at that time, we learned that Galtier, the trainer of Lille, that was just champion the year before, was coming to Nice, and Ineos has a lot of ambition. So we start looking at Nice. And it became a good decision because Nice made for a few years a very good result. This year was not the best one, obviously, but the 3 years before were really good. So we were very happy, and we are still committed to the club. For us, it was really important not to support only the professional clubs. And we have already the Monaco team, OGC Nice, a national team of Argentina, and we wanted also to support the amateur team and Barbadjan because we knew we have some common friends, and we really liked the initiative of Louis Ducruet and his friends. 2 big events in the year with Fight Heads to help the initiative of Princess Stephanie. On the other side, the pilot game in June, just before the GP. For us, it's philanthropy, and it's done in a good way, in a way that make you wanted to be part of the event, be part of the initiative, and it's a pleasure for us. It's an honor to participate to Barbadjan. We also support amateur football such as AS Cannes. We support the Cavigal in Nice. We support the women basketball in Monaco. We're trying to be there wherever it's possible with a mostly philanthropist initiative. The industry is very interesting because if you look at the market, the golden point in the market is the perfect mix between innovation and regulation. Whenever there are innovation that are not regulated, then there is black market. So there is no control of addiction, no control of AML, no control of anything. And there is an innovation somewhere. People are playing because you will never stop people playing. If you can always regulate in the right proportion, tax-wise, responsible gaming-wise, if you can always regulate in a balanced way every innovation that is coming to the market, because you will not stop the market to innovate. You never stop it. Then this is the golden point of the market. You do business, people are having their innovations, operators are paying tax, and you have a sustainable industry. This is what I believe, the mix of between innovation and regulation. Today, the main focus, of course, is AI, because AI can really help in many different ways, even in the daily management of your operation. The VR is of course, some part of the future. Today, the main barrier is the tool that you need to have. You need to organize yourself to be in the VR, but it can be the future. We have our own VR. We have our own environment that we can recreate a full city. We can recreate a casino. We are ready for that. But today, the VR thing is the access to the tool that doesn't make it very easy, and so people doesn't really adopt it. But one day it's very possible. I think that most of the innovation in the future are already on the table. I would say the short-term ones. The main point is the adoption by the public and the distribution of the games associated as well. I believe that Monaco, wherever you go in the world, when you say I'm from Monaco, or I'm working in Monaco, or I'm partner with something in Monaco, every eyes are looking a bit the same way. Everyone dream a bit about Monaco. And even when you are in Monaco, you still dream, because You can just have a normal day in Monaco. You can go to the beach, you can have a sandwich like everywhere in the world. But you can also just be in the queue waiting for your pizza and having a Formula One pilot in front of you. And this is the daily life that you have in Monaco. And people knows and people dream about it. And I think Monaco is not only the image, but it's also the experience when you're here. You feel it. It's not just a promise. When you are in Monaco, you feel your own dream come true. And this is something contagious, let's say. Monaco became, in the last, I would say, 10, 15 years, a place of opportunity for business in the digital industry. In any digital industry, I see a lot of meetings, a lot of identified people coming in Monaco, not only for leisure, they're coming for business. And I think that Monaco is becoming a place where most of the businessmen are meeting, gathering together, and doing business. I even feel it during the Formula One GP. I met so many people from my industry. I met so many people from other industry. Of course, they come for the GP and they enjoy, but they are also looking for business meetings, which are really productive. No, it's true that Monaco is very effective for me because most of my customers are coming a few times a year in Monaco. Sometimes even I don't know, I see on Instagram, on Facebook, I see that my client is here, my partner is here, because everyone is spending a few days in the year in Monaco. Everyone wants to come. There is always a good occasion to come. There is always a will to come. So for me, it's very easy because I can see almost everyone without traveling that much. And yes, it's very international and very easy. The mood is always very, very nice. Our company, the roots are in Armenia. Our founders' family is in Armenia, and they are very attached to the roots, to the value, family value. Today, there is 2 brothers running the company. And now the kids, the sons, are taking over the management. And then probably the 3rd generation is coming. They have a real long-term vision, which I share. And for them, it's very important to keep the roots. Even if you look to the star, you need to have the feet on the floor and to always remember where you come from. This is very important for us.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching News.MC, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Discover more interviews and stories on our websites, News.MC and MonacoInfo.com. This show was brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties.